Hi everyone, this is Jonathan Benz coming to you again with another installment of my thoughts and a few minutes of meditation from Live a Legacy. And today I want to talk to you out of chapter 4 on knowing your ability. And 2 weeks ago we talked about knowing yourself, knowing who you are, coming from the adage, know thyself. And then last week we talked about knowing your belief, knowing what you value. Sometimes I talk about knowing what makes you tick and knowing what ticks you off. And those are important things that we need to know about ourselves as well. And I think that that's really where a lot of spirituality begins, is just getting to know this creation that is us, this sense of being, and knowing our human condition and all of the things that make us up. And I want to talk to you today about knowing your abilities and knowing better what it is you do, how you do it, knowing what you do well, not downplaying it, but really celebrating your strengths. And in chapter 4, I give 4 steps on how you can do that. And I'm going to briefly talk to you just about a couple of them. One thing is, go ahead and I want you to make a list of a personal inventory of what it is you do well, your strengths inventory. Write down your talents, your abilities, your skills, your gifts, any licensures you have, any certifications, any diplomas, any degrees, and get a long list. And well, it doesn't have to be too long, but at least I would say, around 10 things that you do well. We all have things that we do well. Don't be afraid to celebrate that and to know that, and then to live out of that place. Maximize your strengths, live out of them, and live out of that potential, because that's all within you. Also, I want to encourage you to get feedback from people that you trust, but people who know you well, but who are objective. Don't get subjective feedback. Don't give to people who will speak well of you, be your mom or your spouse or whatever, but give with people. Maybe your spouse will give you objective feedback. If that's true, then do it. But talk to people who will really say, hey, this is what you're good at. And then I want to encourage you today to not sell yourself short. Don't get into this place of false humility of if you're at work or working on projects or whatever it is, of saying, oh, well, I'm not good at that, or, well, I could have done better, or whatever it was. When given a compliment, say, thanks, thank you, I did well, and next time I'm going to do even better. Learn to receive compliments as well, and that doesn't make you arrogant, it doesn't make you prideful, it just makes you honest and saying, I'm good at these things. And I can do this well, and I'm going to continue to do it well. I want to read with you one section. Capitalize on your strengths. Recognize and manage your weaknesses. And sometimes we focus too much on what we don't do well, on our limitations and our weaknesses. And I want to encourage you to manage your weaknesses, which is what my dad always taught me, but to really lead and to work from the places of strength of who you are, because that's part of naturally who you are, or maybe it was an acquired skill along the way, but live from that place, and then staff your weaknesses. Don't spend a lot of time. A lot of people really shoot themselves in the foot, I believe, because they spend too much time worrying about, oh, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at this. In the meantime, they're zapping that positive energy that will empower them, that really, if they're being evaluated, that somebody will say, you know what, yeah, you might not be really great on this, but you're so great at this, it makes up the difference. So learn to live from that place of your strengths and work from that place of your strengths as well. And I want to close with one thought from the poet Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said, big jobs usually go to the men who prove their ability to outgrow small ones. I guess for our purposes today, we could say big jobs usually go to the people who prove their ability to outgrow the small ones. I want to encourage you that the small tasks that you have day to day, do them well. Don't slough over them. Don't say nobody's watching, because people who can promote you are watching. People see more of our performance than what we might think. So don't forget to really succeed in the small things, because it's as we succeed in the small things in life that we then are rewarded with greater things and then greater accomplishments. So I encourage you today to know yourself, know who you are, know what you believe, and know your abilities. Until next time, check out my website, jonathanbenz.com, for more practical ideas on motivating yourself in the workplace and in your life. And don't forget to check out my book if you haven't at jonathanbenz.com as well. Thanks.